Welcome to the Port's Garrison. Please like, subscribe, and share. Thank you. Greetings and welcome to the Port's Garrison. I am Phil the Port, and as always, I want to thank you for sparing the time to listen to what it is that I have to share. Now, today, I have been listening and watching the whole feedback or the whole issue now going on, additional issue now going on with the Integrity Commission and the government and the opposition. I'm all telling us that 6 is real. I mean, I talk about them like a off-key pseudo gangsters. I mean, I talk about them. I talk about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is real. See, there's a popular saying that say, when you see smoke, you see fire. And I've spoken before about how the government members have been treating the Integrity Commission. And now it is becoming clearer and clearer each day as to why they have a problem with the Integrity Commission. Now recently, the Integrity Commission reported that 6 lawmakers were being investigated for illicitly enriching themselves. But they can't say with 6 because of some jargon or some law when me hear Andrew defend. Now, if it's the average Jamaican involved in any criminal activity, the average Jamaican, their pictures and their names would be all over news media. You would see them even apologizing on video if them say anything about Andrew Honest. A Labourite, big top Labourite once told me when Bruce was becoming Prime Minister that they only need 1 term in office to get rich. And I didn't doubt them for one moment. Now here is 6 persons, 6 lawmakers, could be opposition members as well, being investigated and nobody, no name can call. So what the opposition did was to make their members come out publicly and say they weren't the person, they aren't the persons being investigated. Now Andrew have an issue with this and say it is political gimmickry and blah 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 blah. What them they doing and what the Andrew, you know what? As usual, take a look and a listen to the video.
The recent revelation of the Andrew Holness-led government's decision to impose a gag order on cabinet ministers and government lawmakers from commenting on matters related to the Integrity Commission and the identity of the 6 parliamentarians who are under investigation for illicit enrichment is both shocking and deeply concerning. The notion of creating a so-called cabinet policy to shield ministers from speaking the truth and to evade accountability is a glaring attempt to obstruct transparency and to evade responsibility among elected officials to the Jamaican people. The excuse that this policy is intended to preserve the confidentiality of cabinet deliberations is a misdirection from its true intent. In reality, it seems to be a political maneuver to shield parliamentarians from being held to account for their actions and potential wrongdoings. This is not the kind of leadership and governance that Jamaicans deserve. The very essence of democratic governance hinges on transparency, accountability, and the duty of elected officials to provide explanations to the people they serve. This so-called policy undermines these fundamental principles and erodes the trust between the government and its citizens. The People's National Party views this cabinet policy as a dangerous subversion of democratic values. It is an abuse of power at the highest level, and it contradicts the ideals of open and honest governance that the Jamaican people have a right to expect from their elected representatives. The PNP's stance is in stark contrast to this approach. We have taken the responsible step of voluntarily disclosing the status of all our parliamentarians with regard to the investigation by the Integrity Commission. This demonstrates our commitment to transparency and accountability. Jamaica is watching closely, and it is evident that we are not the same. One side of the aisle will go to great lengths to deceive the Jamaican public, while the other side seeks to uphold the values that underpin a healthy and functioning democracy. The signing of the Integrity Commission's Leadership Code of Conduct is another example of this. We call upon the government to reconsider their decision, to respect the principles of transparency and accountability, and to put the interests of the Jamaican people first. Our nation deserves leadership that is open, honest, and dedicated to serving the best interests of all citizens of Jamaica, land we love.
Now, I think reasonable and rational thinking. If 6 persons out there, let us know the names. Let us know the names of the people. And if you are making laws and there's issues, allegations against you, wouldn't you want to come up front and clear your name? Now, the Prime Minister have an issue with the opposition stake and what the opposition members did. By coming out of public and saying that they were the ones. Now here is the Prime Minister having his go as to what he thinks the opposition is up to. Take a look and a listen.
The issue has become a political weapon, a political tool, trying to score points with the public. Public is very smart. Public looks on and say, you know, look at these people talking now. Look at what they did when they were government. They were the same ones asking us not to say anything. And here they are now asking us to say something. We take a position that the law as it is established puts in place a gag clause. I don't like to use the term a gag clause. It seems as if there is something suspicious or something being hidden. But what it is a protection for due process. That's what it is. If there are any issues, then it is not for persons who don't have the full information or the power to investigate, to adjudicate. And that is why we have placed the power in an entity, in an authority that has the power and the access to the information to investigate and then report to the public. There is cause for concern or there isn't cause for concern. But this business of trying to try people before an investigation is not the due process of our jurisprudence. And, you know, the question is still going to be asked. Are there members of my party who have been written to for this crime of illicit enrichment? My straight answer is that I have asked as far and as wide. I have gotten that response from everyone. But as far as I have been told, no. People have been written to, as the Integrity Commission does almost daily. But I have not heard of anyone in my political party being written to for this matter of illicit enrichment. What has been done with each person coming out and saying, no, I haven't been written to? Who genuinely can say that they are telling the truth? Really? I could have asked and someone could say, no, I haven't been written to, because they may have not got the letter. The letter may have been sent somewhere and then they will come to me afterwards and say, you know, I didn't get the letter. In other words, this process is just political gimmickry that the opposition is doing. Let's be real. We built this process. They were a part of it. Let us support the process as it is and let it work. We have put several $1 billion into supporting and developing the Integrity Commission since its establishment. It is working. Everyone agrees there needs to be some refinement. For those people who are lobbying to change the law, I have no challenge with that. Democratic society, please lobby. But let us give context to the debate. The gag clause, as it is being called, is not without its merit. Due process is important.
Now, PM, I have always said that the end of the stream muddy, and the other stream is you. So we know about your long running issues with the Integrity Commission. They can't verify your declarations. And until now, we don't hear nothing, we don't hear nothing as to why or nothing like that. And that don't sit well with me. So from there, so recently, again, some arm of the commission had reported you to for some allegations of corruption. Charges were dropped and the case dismissed, and you beat your chest and say, "Ray." So you and your owners has to come out and say whether you are one of those persons who were being investigated. Well, note, you accused the opposition of political gimmickry. They said none of their members were being investigated. And you basically said none of your members are being investigated. Totally they're being investigated. So what's the difference between what they said and what you said? Basically saying the same thing. So, if the government say none of our people, and the opposition say none of our people, so clearly the Integrity Commission must be lying. They must be lacking in integrity, they must be lying. However, Prime Minister, none other than Everald Warmington has come out, well, to my understanding of what I hear, that he has come out and said that he is one of them being investigated. So how comes your people them telling nobody's been investigated, yet Warmington is saying that he is one of them? We've heard of issues with Bobby Montague and the Integrity Commission. We've seen Warmington publicly going after them again and again. As a matter of fact, I have to wonder, how comes Warmington was a member of an oversight commission looking at the operations of the Integrity Commission when he had a case against them, or they had a case against him? Isn't that a conflict of interest? Nobody knows of recusing themselves until certain things sort out. I mean, there's persons in the whole political process whose integrity is being questioned publicly. Malawi Fort have some case in court against her for she's one of the defendants for some fraud. The Speaker of the House has a case against her as well for some fraud. So there's people in there whose characters or integrity are being questioned. And Mr. Prime Minister, you said the Jamaican people is watching. Absolutely they are watching. Absolutely they are watching. But what you say them are watching and what them concerned about is not what they are concerned about. You spin it the way you want to spin it. And you are master political gimmickry, so you should know. But the people of Jamaica, well, I am wondering, why is it you don't have to hide? You don't want to call it a gag order, but that is what it is. And clearly, something. And from the longest time, we see the smoke screens. We hear about people that saw people with 20 million, people like this, that, when trying to distract a bag of things. Make we hear who sitting in Parliament who shouldn't be sitting in there because their character is questionable. Tell us the names. Stop go around. Because the speech we give are going to make no sense, no, brother. It makes zero sense. It's politics. And you all play one-upmanship. And if you was in the position, you know that you would be doing the exact same thing. And that's the game they want to play. They want to call on out, suss on out, smoke on out. And clearly, when you have something to hide, Mr. Prime Minister. Clearly, you have something to hide. And time, and hopefully in time, all will be revealed. Anyway, my friends, my subscribers and my viewers, I want to thank you for listening to me. Let me hear your comments on this very critical matter in the comment section. And until next time, when something else irritates me or provokes me to thought, I want to wish you all the best. Well, as always, is enough manners, enough respect, and whole heap of blessings. Thanks for watching.